Number 1. Mirroring mirage. Mirroring mirage, or the subconscious mimicry of others' actions, is like unconsciously copying someone without realizing it. Just imagine you're chatting with a friend who keeps touching their hair. Suddenly, you find yourself doing the same thing, even if your hair is perfectly fine. This isn't because you consciously decided to imitate them, it's an automatic response. Our brains are wired to mirror others, helping us connect and empathize. It's like an invisible dance where we match others' movements, building rapport without words. Number 2. The paradox of choice. The paradox of choice is like standing in a giant candy store, overwhelmed by the endless options. Just imagine you have to pick just one type of candy, but there are hundreds to choose from. Instead of feeling excited, you feel stressed and worried about making the wrong choice. This paradox shows that having too many options can actually make us less happy. It's like our brain gets jammed trying to pick the best one, and then we end up more anxious than if we had just a few choices. Number 3. The doorway effect. The doorway effect is like when you walk into a room and you suddenly forget why you went there. Just picture this. You're in the kitchen. You remember you need to grab your phone from the bedroom, but as soon as you step into the bedroom, you can't recall why you're there. This happens because entering a new space sort of resets your brain, making it harder to recall your initial purpose. It's like each room is a separate chapter, and moving between them makes you lose the plot. Number 4. The Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. Have you ever learned a new word and then you started noticing it everywhere? That's the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon in action. It feels as if the word was always hidden, and now suddenly it's appearing in books and conversations and on TV. This doesn't mean the word suddenly got popular, it's just that your brain is now wired to recognize it. It's similar to thinking about pink elephants and then seeing pink all around. Our brains are great at spotting patterns, especially with new and intriguing things. Number 5. The Tetris effect. Imagine playing a game like Tetris for hours, and then, even when you're not playing, you still see those falling blocks in your mind or in your dreams. This is known as the Tetris effect. It's like your brain gets locked in game mode, replaying patterns and images from the activity. It's a fascinating glimpse into how our minds can cling to something that we've intensely focused on, persisting even in our everyday activities and thoughts. Number 6. Rosy retrospection. Just think back to a camping trip where at the time the rain and the bugs annoyed you. Now, when you remember it, you mostly recall the laughter and the good times. This is rosy retrospection. Our brains have a habit of beautifying our memories, making the past seem happier and more pleasant than it might have been. It's like our mind edits out the bad parts and then creates a highlight reel, focusing on the joyful moments and downplaying the negative.